If you've ever heard a car scream with a high-pitched whine or spool up with that iconic whoosh, you've already experienced the difference between a supercharger and a turbocharger. Both of these systems are designed to do one thing: make your engine more powerful. But the way they do it, and how they feel when you're driving, are completely different. Some people swear by the instant punch of a supercharger. Others love the explosive boost of a turbo. And honestly, the debate has been going on for decades. So today, we're breaking it all down: how they work, what makes them different, the pros and cons, and ultimately, which one is better. How they work. Let's start simple. Both superchargers and turbochargers are types of forced induction, meaning they push more air into your engine so it can burn more fuel and make more power. A supercharger is powered directly by the engine itself, usually through a belt connected to the crankshaft. That means as soon as the engine is spinning, the supercharger is working. No delay, no waiting, it's instant. A turbocharger, on the other hand, is powered by exhaust gases. Instead of being connected to the engine mechanically, it uses the air coming out of your exhaust to spin a turbine. That turbine then compresses incoming air and sends it into the engine. So the key difference? Superchargers are powered by the engine, while turbochargers are powered by exhaust gases. That one difference changes everything about how they feel. Driving feel, the big difference. This is where things get interesting. A supercharged car delivers instant power. The moment you hit the gas, you feel it. There's no waiting for anything to spool up. It's just immediate, smooth acceleration. That's why superchargers are often described as feeling more natural or linear. Turbochargers, though, are known for something called turbo lag. Since they rely on exhaust gases, they need a second to build up pressure. But once they do, the power hits hard. It's like this. Superchargers have a steady punch. Turbochargers have a delayed explosion. Modern turbos have gotten way better, with things like twin-scroll setups and smaller turbines to reduce lag, but the difference is still noticeable, especially in performance driving. Power and efficiency. Now let's talk numbers. Turbochargers are generally more efficient. Since they use energy that would otherwise be wasted, exhaust gases, they don't put as much extra load on the engine. Superchargers, however, take power to make power. Because they're driven by the engine, they actually use some horsepower to run. But in return, they give you that instant response. This is why most modern manufacturers lean toward turbocharging. It helps with both performance and fuel economy, especially with stricter emissions laws. But that doesn't mean superchargers are worse. They just prioritize feel over efficiency. Sound and character. This is where opinions really split. Superchargers have that iconic whine, a mechanical, aggressive sound that rises with RPM. It's raw, it's loud, and it feels old school. Turbochargers bring a completely different vibe. You get the spool, the whoosh, and sometimes even flutter or blow-off valve sounds. It feels more modern and almost sci-fi in a way. Neither is better. It just depends on what kind of experience you want. Reliability and complexity. Superchargers are generally simpler. They're mechanically driven, easier to install, and often more predictable in how they behave. Turbochargers are more complex. They deal with extreme heat from exhaust gases and require more components like intercoolers, oil lines, and precise tuning. That said, modern turbo systems are very reliable, but they do tend to be more complicated overall. Real-world examples. When you actually look at real cars, the difference between superchargers and turbochargers becomes way more than just numbers. It becomes personality. Take something like the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. This car uses a massive supercharged V8, and the moment you touch the throttle, it responds instantly. There's no hesitation, no build-up, just immediate torque that pins you back in your seat. The power delivery is predictable but brutal, and that's exactly why muscle car fans love it. It's not trying to be efficient or subtle. It's all about raw, aggressive performance, and that signature supercharger whine screaming over the engine. Now compare that to a car like the Toyota Supra Mark V. This car uses a turbocharged inline-six, and the experience is completely different. At lower RPMs, it feels controlled, almost tame, but once the turbo spools, the power surges in a way that feels explosive. It builds, then hits hard, giving you that satisfying rush of boost. It's more refined, more efficient, and honestly, more versatile for daily driving. That's the modern turbo philosophy. Balance performance with usability. So, which one is better? Honestly, it depends on what you care about. If you want instant throttle response, a raw, mechanical feel, and that classic supercharger whine, go supercharged. But if you want better efficiency, bigger power potential, and that strong surge of boost, you should go turbocharged. There's no wrong answer, just different experiences. At the end of the day, both superchargers and turbochargers exist for the same reason, to make cars more exciting. One gives you instant gratification. The other builds up to something explosive. And that's what makes this debate so interesting. It's not just about numbers. It's about how a car makes you feel. So now I've got to ask, are you Team Supercharger or Team Turbo? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more car content.